Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. It's Wednesday, and that means it's Crime Stoppers Day, also the last Wednesday of the month, and that means we have Lancaster County Sheriff's Office in the building with us. We have Captain John Vik from LSO in the building today. It's been a hot minute. I had to cancel on Deputy Houchin last month, so it's been a few weeks since we've had you in the studio. How's everything been over at LSO the last few weeks?
It's been good. It's good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And so, again, usually we have crime, we're looking for person, but when we have you guys on, we kind of do it a little bit backwards.
A little bit. We have a Metro Area Fugitive Task Force that we host out of the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office, but it's made up of sheriff's deputies, Lincoln police officers, U.S. Marshals, state troopers, a lot of people from the surrounding area, and they are tasked with going out and kind of finding the people that are responsible for a lot of the crimes that are solved through Crime Stoppers and other sources. But they work really hard on keeping all the the worst of the worst off the streets, so that people can go about their daily lives. And
so this week we have this gentleman right here. This is a Mr. Daniel Alexandrovich Bolchenko.
Yeah.
Can you kind of fill us in on the details as to why you guys are on the lookout for this gentleman?
Absolutely. So he is on our Lancaster Lookout page, and has an active felony warrant right now for second-degree assault. Second-degree assault is usually what happens when somebody uses a dangerous instrument or weapon to commit an assault, and that's what happened in this case. So he was involved with a gentleman on late March of earlier this year and tried to break into that male's apartment and used a baseball bat, caused some serious injuries to the male, and has an extensive criminal history. He's got numerous arrests for drug and weapons violations, and he's currently transient. His whereabouts in the Lincoln area are unknown. We think he's somewhere here, at least traversing in and out of the Lincoln area, and we're hoping somebody can help us out with a tip.
And so, I mean, obviously, like you said, I'm assuming third degree is like, hey, maybe you get into a bar fight, a couple punches get thrown. Pick up a metal baseball bat and you start taking swings. That's taking it up a notch.
It is taking it up a notch, and again, I wish this was an isolated incident, but unfortunately, there's been a track record with this particular individual, and so we want to make sure that they're not out on the loose, especially when they've got active felony warrants out for them. So we certainly need to talk to him, get that warrant taken care of, and find him.
Yeah, and that incident, it looks like it was back not too long ago, just at the end of March. It was March 28th. So obviously, again, you can see from the picture there, white male, brown hair, blue eyes, a little bit of a goatee there. He's 31 years old. So I'm assuming we would probably say with his track record, if you kind of know where he is or think you maybe see him, maybe don't approach him and just let you guys know?
For sure, and there's multiple ways that you can report information about anybody that's on our Lancaster Lookout page. On lancasterlookout.com, there's a link. You can report a tip to Crime Stoppers. There's phone numbers where you can get a hold of us. Crime Stoppers, you can report anonymously. Your tips are also subject to a cash reward in certain circumstances. But 402-475-3600, you can also send us a link directly on the Crime Stoppers page, or you can call the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office at 402-441-6000 for dispatch. But yes, you are right. Don't confront the individual directly. We've got deputies and task force members that are out on the streets 24/7 to try and get these folks taken care of.
Yeah, and so this is it's a really great web page. Again, I got it punched up right here. Again, you can kind of see the top 10 that you guys kind of got on it. It kind of has individuals kind of rotate in, rotate out.
Right.
But again, it's right there. Again, you can submit click the link, submit the tip. If you want the cash reward though, that's the one you got to go through Crime Stoppers though.
Correct. Yeah, and there's a link to Crime Stoppers directly on the page to submit a tip. You can also get to the LincolnCrimeStoppers.com page through our Lancaster Lookout webpage as well. But again, Daniel Bolchenko, 31 years old, 6 foot, 170 pounds. If you see him, let us know. Don't try to apprehend him yourself, but we'd be happy to send a deputy out to visit with him.
And again, it's one of those scenarios where, again, I think we talk about this every time. Even if you think, maybe have a suspicion, but you don't know for sure, you guys want to know about it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times people think they probably already know this information, or I don't want to bother anybody. This is what we do. I mean, we go to work to try and catch. It's the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, we go to work to try and catch bad guys, and all we need is a little bit of help from the public.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be the smallest amount of information. Hey, I thought I saw somebody that looked like somebody you were looking for. a lot of cases it turns out to be exactly who we're looking for, and all that we need is just that little tip from the public to get us going in the right direction.
Yeah, you guys want to be bothered by that stuff.
Absolutely.
So that's our individual we're looking for, but we also, again, kind of like our regular Crime Stopper segment, we also have a crime that you guys need some help with.
Yeah.
Multiple crimes.
Unfortunately, we've had about 4 of these reported just in the last couple months. 2 of them near Firth, 2 of them near Princeton, so kind of in the southern part of the county. But we've got criminals that are out, and they are stripping copper wire, electrical wire, off of center pivot irrigation systems. And a lot of times, they're taking that wire in a lot of cases to scrap it for, they get a decent amount of money for it, but it's nowhere near the amount of the damage that these farmers are suffering as victims. Altogether, over $30,000 in damages to 4 different systems right now. So, you think about the length of one of those center pivot irrigation systems. There's a lot of cable and wire that goes into those, and it's not cheap to repair it. So, we're looking for tips of people that might have information about the folks that are responsible for these copper wire thefts. If they have information, again, contact us at Crime Stoppers. Again, you can reach us through LancasterLookout.com. You can go directly to LincolnCrimeStoppers.com, or you can just call 402-475-3600, and we would love nothing more than to get those folks off the streets. We're planting season is well underway, and summer's coming in Nebraska. Those farmers are going to need water on crops, and the last thing we want is people running around making it harder for them to do their jobs.
Yeah.
By stealing their wire off their irrigation systems. So,
I say Mother Nature's making it hard enough already with the drought that we're in.
Right.
Irrigation is going to be more critical than ever over the next just couple weeks, couple months if we can't get some rain.
Yeah, and it's these systems are somewhat vulnerable because they're out in a lot of times in a cornfield, and that's where we plant stuff, right? But for somebody to be going out there and victimizing farmers that are just trying to make a living by getting crops in the ground, trying to feed America, we want to put an end to that pretty quick. Somebody out there is going to know something. I think it's kind of tough to do this by themselves. Sometimes they need some help. It's a lot of equipment getting up, cutting stuff off. So somebody knows something, and again, get a hold of Crime Stoppers. You can report it anonymously and help us figure out who's doing this stuff. And
so 4 cases you said here in Lancaster County?
In Lancaster County, yes, but surrounding counties have also had a number of these this spring as well. So Gage County's had a few. I think there's been some north of us as well, and unfortunately, it's a way for people to make a buck, and they're going to try and do it. So even if you have information on surrounding county, we're happy to share that. We talk with our other law enforcement partners in the surrounding area, and kind of got to work together to solve this stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I know just a couple weeks ago, York County, I think the deputies out there made an arrest with stolen copper wire, and so again, like you said, people just trying to grow crops, trying to feed everyone.
Yep,
they shouldn't be harassed like this.
I don't think so.
No, I wholeheartedly agree. All right, Captain Vik, was there anything else kind of on your mind? Anything LSO's looking at? Again, end of the school year is coming up. Lakes are probably going to start to get busy. Stuff like that, maybe?
Yeah, it is. We got summer season coming up. We work a lot with game and parks out at the lakes, but looking forward to a fun summer is a safe summer, as we like to say. So we want to make sure that everybody's taking time to make sure they've got their boats checked out, make sure they're planning safe activities as they're out and about, whether they're camping, whether they're at water recreation areas. But we've also got openings for deputy. JoinLSO.com.
There you go.
And we're always hiring, so we're interested in talking to people that are looking forward to helping do all the things we're talking about today of keeping Lancaster County a safe place to live, work, and play.
Awesome. There you go. JoinLSO.org, is that what
JoinLSO.com.
.com. All right, well, there we go. Captain Vik, appreciate your time today. Appreciate you guys for always coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in, watching again. Again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all of your latest news, weather, and sports. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice Wednesday.